In this video I'm going to speak about the significance of the date, the 13th day of the 13th month 2013, and that's because we are fast approaching it. We are coming to the end of 2013, the year of the serpent in Chinese astrology, and it has proved to be a very transformational year, with a lot of us being challenged to really step up into our full power and no longer play small. And that is because the number 13 was sacred to the ancient tantrics and tantrikas, to the sacred feminine. The 13th number represents the awakened one who transcends the wheel of karma, so just going around unconsciously going through the 12 constellations, and it relates to the 13th astrological sign or constellation called Ophiuchus. So this is a constellation that, Western sidereal astrology left out. I suspect because by working and harnessing the energies when the sun moves through this constellation, we really accelerate our potential for growth and for expanding our consciousness. And those that had commandeered this realm, this planet, using us, if you will, as a slave race, did not want us to be awakened. So 2013 is a very pivotal time, a crossroads, if you will, in our evolution as a species, and it marks a very auspicious window for us awakening the world's soul, awakening the serpents, the meridians of the sacred feminine and the sacred masculine within. These are the twin serpents that you see on the healing staff, the caduceus, that shows the winged serpent entwined around a central pillar, and it's on ambulances, it's on medical insignia, and it denotes somebody who is healed, who is whole, who is awakened, because they have awakened and married the sacred feminine and masculine at the 7 gates. Those 7 gates being the 7 major energy centers that form the rainbow bridge within us. And these serpents can only be awakened if we observe what are the illusions at the 7 gates, the 7 chakras that have been running us unconsciously, and clear the blocks in those energy centers so those meridians or serpents can flow unimpeded from the base to the crown, awakening the master being. So this year is a particularly auspicious window. I mean, we're coming towards Ophiuchus now, which is just after Scorpio. We're in Scorpio now, where the sun is transiting through the constellation of Scorpio, and so we're all being confronted with our shadow. We're being confronted with the cost of our unconscious thoughts, words and actions. So this is a very confronting time, a time where we're, if you will, confronting our dark side, our lower self, and feeling the frustration with the self-sabotaging behaviors that's caused. So the next constellation starts on November the 30th and goes until the 17th of December, and that is Ophiuchus. It's the sign of the winged serpent, the 13th sign, and this is kind of like the second half of Scorpio. So this isn't the death phase, this is the rebirth phase, where we transcend our lower self. We transcend being ruled by our lower mental programming, our conditioning. We transcend the dramas of our lower emotions, and we transcend being ruled by our physical fears if we consciously work with this window for self-actualization. So I've been guided to run a retreat this year because not only is it the month of Tantra, Ophiuchus, and a wonderful window of opportunity to activate one's Kundalini and one's consciousness, but because the 13th day of the 13th month is also happening in 2013, the 13th year, we have an incredibly auspicious window on the 13th of the 13th of the 13th this year, which in the Gregorian calendar is the 12th of December 2013. on this day, we have an incredible vortex of transformational energy to awaken the twin serpents within our own physical and energetic temple, but also in the world soul. So in doing this with this intent, gathering together with this intent, we will, you know, for those that have heard about the 100th monkey, assist everyone on the planet to awaken fully and no longer be ruled by fear. So those that have, you know, enslaved our mother planet Gaia and all her children, they will have no basis for their paradigm if the people are not operating out of fear. So the way it works is we will be spending, it's a 9-day retreat, and we'll be spending the first evening looking at you know, our shared experiences and our vulnerabilities that have been coming up this year that need to be purified when we start at the first gate and we work with the element of fire. And then we'll be working up one chakra a day, one step on the rainbow bridge, on that stairway to heaven in the lead up to the 13th day of the 13th month of the 13th year. So each day we will be doing a full range of tantric yoga, ancient alchemical practices, including yogic asanas, so positions to clear blocks in each of the chakras on each day, as well as mudras, so opening the meridians that they govern, mantras, so words of power, yantras, creating mandalas to clear blocks using art therapy. We will be doing Kundalini trance dance to clear blocks and marry the god and goddess in that chakra each day, as well as sharing a satsang of archetypal teachings, so we can dispel the illusions that have been veiling the energy at that gate. We will then also do sacred ceremony each day, baptism if you will, to enter into a state of communion with each of the elements that the chakras correspond to. On the final completion of this journey up the stairway to heaven, we will be celebrating with a beautiful kirtan, devotional, ecstatic chanting evening with Sun Highland and Sarasvati Soul to invoke the divine to move through us as divine vessels from that day forth. We will also, in the morning, be doing, on the 13th day of the 13th month, 2013, a cacao and Ormus ceremony, followed by a Kundalini chakra dance to activate the twin serpents in the world soul. And all of this will be taking place in Byron Bay, northern New South Wales, which is located on an intersection of ley lines or dragon lines. So this is a very potent vortex geographically for you know, death and rebirth, which is what this is. It's an opportunity to move from living life in 3D hell, so being governed by just the lower self, the lower chakras, playing small, to bridging, staying within a body but going through a shamanic death and rebirth and anchoring the master being. So from this point forth, as you step into 2014, it is the soul self, the master being, who is anchored, who is making the decisions and living your fullest divine potential. So I'd like to welcome you to check it out, and those that are called to come and be part of this incredible event. This will be something you'll remember for a lifetime and look back as a pivotal crossroads when living heaven on earth really began for you. So the details are on my website, which is starofishtar.com, which is www.starofishtar.com. Thanks.